What's up, everybody? I hope you're all doing good today. I am just now waking up from a nap. Got up really early this morning, like 3 in the morning. I don't really sleep very long. I usually go to bed 10:30 to like 11, and I'll get a few hours of sleep. Get up maybe around 3:30. Hang out, have a little bit of coffee, just kind of relax, and then do my cardio, have breakfast, and usually lay down for like another hour or so. This morning I was pretty tired, and I went back to bed around 7:30. Didn't get up till about 9:45. So time to just get another meal in and get to work. So today I'm just gonna hang out with you guys and bring you through just a little bit of like an update of where I'm at with my prep, a little bit more detail, show you a couple check-in photos, kind of give you an idea of where I'm at. Yesterday started, well, Saturday, today's Monday, but Saturday started 13 weeks out, so I still got quite a ways to go into my show, my first show of the year, but everything's coming along really good, dropping a lot of body fat really quickly, so I'm pretty excited to be ahead of the game right now. But time to get a meal in and just relax for a second, get this eaten, and then get to work. I got a couple check-ins to do, a little bit of work on the computer, and then going to a couple other little small errands before I get to the gym later on and get some of this food down. But it is a high day, it was much needed. Just ran three straight low days, and not last week, but the week before, I did 6 straight days of just protein. No carbs, no fat. I had one high day, and then went ahead and really pushed hard for a while. So we're doing a little bit of different tactics, but we'll kind of show you that in a few. But for this second meal, just going to be good old plain chicken and rice with some green onion. And to finish off the carbs, to get 135 grams of carbs, we're going to do a little bit of the Fruity Pebbles with marshmallow, which is absolute goat. If you haven't had the marshmallow version and you like Fruity Pebbles, that stuff's amazing. So time to eat this and get to work. Stop being a lazy boy. All right. So while we put together meal 3, just got done doing the last bit of check-ins for work and putting together meal number 3. So I'll give you a little update, like I was telling you about, from where we're at for prep while we get our meal together. So basically right now we are 12 weeks and like 5 days out. So basically I started off around 245, 240 range for my weight, and we started about like 18 weeks out. So the first couple weeks I had a good like 10-pound drop and got myself a lot of water weight that just came off. And then after that, kind of right where 16 weeks are out, I kind of not stalled, but just had pretty much held my weight for a couple weeks. And then Coach Paul had the idea that he wanted to go ahead and get me doing a week of basically protein only. So what was that? So that would be week 15 to 14. We basically did one high day on my Monday, and then all the way until the following Monday, nothing but protein. Not even added fats. We just had some protein and some vegetables just to kind of give some food volume, and that's really it. So that was kind of a rough week, but it really wasn't that bad because I'm not super crazy hungry being so far out from the show. So that was definitely nice to get a good chunk of weight to drop there. We had something like 6 or 7 pounds that we dropped off. I think I want to say I was around like, what was it, 229, and dropped down to like 222, somewhere in that range. And then this week when I checked in, I had another 5-pound drop, and we had went back to the normal diet, which is about one high day at about 1,000 grams of carbs, and my medium days are, what would the math be? Maybe around 300 carbs, 350. So not super high, and then my low days are carb free. So we did that back to normal diet for a week, kept up with my cardio, and it just seemed like my body actually jumped right back into place and wanted to drop some more fat. So we had another 4 to 5 pound drop from there. So I weighed in about 217 this weekend. So a lot of weight came off real quick, getting lean pretty fast, so I'm happy about that. So that's where we stand right about now. And I'll show you a few different pictures here while I'm talking. So basically, like I said, the last 3 weeks, have been quite a bit of weight that's dropped off. And I feel good. It's kind of nice to push pretty hard early right now and make some headway while we can. So I was definitely happy about that. So we're kind of in that 217 range right now. Food's back to normal. I'm not going to really push hard for a little bit. Keep cardio at about a half hour to 40 minutes roughly every morning. Do 5 or 6 days a week. I usually try to take at least one day off. I do enjoy doing my cardio. It does become a chore later on, but that's where we're at right now. So feeling good, still getting some food in, definitely enjoying this high day today. So this next meal though, meal 3, we're gonna get 5 ounces of chicken, and we're gonna get about 75 carbs from rice and some of these little baby potatoes for my meal. And then we're gonna do a little bit of bread, just toast this up with some honey on it. Bring me up to 135 carbs total for this meal. So on my high days, it's like 135 grams of carbs each meal, about 150 or 160 for pre and post. And we don't do any fats on those high days. So being Monday, we'll get this one in, get a good training session with Miss Wacko Jacko. She's looking at me right now like I fucking hate when you call me Wacko Jacko. It's getting old. She'll forever be Wacko Jacko. But anyhow, we get some back training in today. I'll tell you right now, if it's going to be a busy, shitty day at the gym in the sense of it's a hassle to film, I am not going to film. And we'll just skip that part. I know that's kind of the fun part to film and share is the training, but whatever. And then we'll get some posing in later on. So we'll throw in a little bit of posing. You can see where I'm at currently with that aspect. And yeah, so we're moving along pretty good, really early into the prep. So nothing too exciting yet, but I'm enjoying the process. I love this part. It's always nice to get some weight off you right off the bat. You feel a whole lot better, and training's still good. Food's still in a decent place. Nothing's really much of a hassle or seems like, really fatiguing or difficult right now. So definitely excited for that. And I'm starting to look better each week, each day, feeling tighter, looking better. I can see I definitely put on plenty of muscle this off season, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, I'm gonna finish cooking up this meal and might be lazy again and lay down for another nap if we have time, and then head off to the gym. And then, as usual, Monday night we got Kill Tony, something Jackie and I love watching, and watch them make very inappropriate jokes, and which is kind of refreshing because everybody's a bunch of woke, sensitive pussies in this world. So it's kind of nice to see people actually still have a sense of humor, joke around and bust each other's balls, and we kind of get a good kick out of that. So roll up a nice fatty and relax. And I think tonight I'm excited because I did find I had another pack of this Walmart's cod. They vacuum pack it, their fish, and it's always super fresh and like always wicked clean, good price. So I'm excited about that. I've been actually enjoying fish. I know most people on prep don't look forward to the white fish when that gets put in their diet, but I actually enjoy it because it digests well. And that's obviously something that's been huge. And then the other quick thing I've been enjoying for my digestion is adding in these. So I just finally started, I didn't do much of it before, but the betaine HCl and pepsin. So each animal-based protein meal, I won't do this on like fish, or I won't do this actually on protein powder either because that digests so well for me. We'll do 1 cap of this, 3 caps of the Bio-Optimizer Mass Enzymes, which has a really good profile, but I have to dose it kind of high. And then ox bile and also TUDCA to keep releasing my own bile and help the liver excrete the bile to digest some of the protein. So all those little things have been helpful with keeping my waist getting tighter and tighter and smaller, and just feeling like I'm digesting well and not feeling inflamed in my gut. In the off season, I try to keep up with it, but definitely in prep, if I can shrink my stomach a little bit, that always is a good strategy. So, because I wasn't born with the smallest waist, when I get lean, it definitely gets small. But anything I can do to not feel inflamed and just feel nice and tight is a great sensation. And that with working on some waist training and some vacuum work, I think we're going to have a real nice small tight waist when we get on stage this year. So, but I'm hungry. Time to get this meal going and make sure I button up some loose ends before I try to relax before we head to the gym. All right, just got up from a nap. It is nice to be able to be a lazy F today and get a bunch of extra rest. So we're gonna have our pre-workout meal. I bet all of you can guess what Miss Jackie's having. What are you having?
Chicken, rice, pineapple.
Wow, what a big shocker.
Back to the pineapple.
Back to the pineapple.
Haven't had it in a while.
We finally cut it up and stopped being lazy and letting the pineapple sit there. Me, I'm having chicken. Let me show you. My high day got 4 rice cakes with a bunch of honey on it and a banana and just some full sugared Gatorade. So that'll help load me up on some carbs, be kind of light on the stomach. I'm pretty picky about my pre-workout meal. I actually don't do much chicken and rice unless it's kind of lower on the carbs or no potatoes, just really light on my stomach. So I don't like the feeling of having a bunch of food sitting in my stomach, even though I usually get like an hour before we hit the gym by the time we eat. But still, as light as I can keep it, the better digestion. That's good for me. But we'll see if it's super busy at the gym. We're probably not going to record, but we'll see how it is. Mondays are a hit or miss. And it's hot as balls out today, so we'll see how far we get. If it's frustrating, I'm definitely not going to record, but we'll see. We'll get some posing done and then get home after that and finish out our day. You ready to train, hun?
I am.
All right, so we just got to the gym. Going to start with our normal warm-up with some cable pullovers just to get the lats engaged. Probably get 2 or 3 of our big movements, and then we'll start incorporating our biceps into our pull session. So little talk today. Let's get to work. I want to get in the zone. that's going to be it for the gym. Got our little bit of a pretty good workout in, a little bit of posing time, not too much, but just enough. Time to head home. Pretty tired, just getting over a head cold. Jackie and I both, so time to go home, get a nice cold shower, clean up, and get ready for a little Kill Tony and some more high day fun, a little bit more carbohydrates. And be lying to say if I wasn't hungry, because I could definitely go for some food right now, which is surprising. But let's head back and see what kind of cereal Dave's got. I'm kind of jonesing for cereal. All right, time for dinner, post-workout meal. Tonight we're gonna get in some cod. Turn the lights on a little bit. So you get some cod here from Walmart. Surprisingly, Walmart's, like I mentioned before, got some really good fish. Seems to be always really tastes fresh and kind of good presentation. The way they do like a pound each package and just perfectly vacuum seal it, and definitely fresh and good price. Can't complain. But so for protein, we're gonna do whitefish, the cod, gonna do some potato. That'll be all mixed up, a little bit of green onion, and then gonna do some Fruit Loops. I think Fruit Loops. Yeah, did I get Fruit Loops? Yeah, Fruit Loops for the rest of the carbs. So as you guys have seen in some of our episodes, we do quite a bit of, well, at least on the high days, do some different sugar-based foods for carbs. I mean, imagine trying to do 1,000 plus grams of carbs and rice. I mean, you're talking 20 plus cups of rice, and who's going to be able to eat that even when they're absolutely starving? So we do incorporate, honey, sometimes some jam, some different kinds of sugars, cereals, fruit juices, stuff like that, to get some extra carbs to make it easier to fit and actually get it down. Because again, if you were to do that all in rice, it'd be near impossible. But it's kind of nice, you get to have a little bit fun foods to a point. I mean, who wouldn't want to diet on honey and jam and rice cakes and still get shredded? And we tend to do it and do just fine. Another thing I might as well mention I've been doing is when I only get one high day per week, and the rest of my training days from Thursday to Friday are all medium days, I end up doing my high day at the beginning of the week. And my thought process is if I can do it on Monday or Tuesday, that way I'm kind of depleting the body throughout the medium days into my low days on the weekend, making it easier to be kind of depleted on the weekend when you want to be carb free and you want to burn a little bit of extra fat with some cardio, but still get the rest from the training. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, able to have plenty of carbs early in the week, medium days to push you through your training and still keep you sustained through your training, and then go ahead and have those low days where the carbs are basically non-existent, and that gives us the ability to be depleted, burn some fat. And it's just been a really nice little trick where everything's really kind of works well, where you get good training, you get good fat burning windows, you get that high day. It just kind of works well for me. So that's something that maybe you can think to yourself, like you want to have the bulk of your carbs not kind of as far away from your low days as possible. The whole point of the low days is not to be carb filled and glycogen loaded, but to be kind of somewhat depleted so you can actually burn some fat. So that's the way I kind of look at it. And that works for me. And I still get the rest, still get plenty of protein and fat on the weekends. And, some vegetables kind of sustain you for food volume. I'm sure you can hear I'm just getting over a head cold. But so we're just going to get some fish. And like I said, I got potatoes and cereal. Jackie, you having your cream of rice and nut butter? Yeah. And a side of chicken. You're not going to have enough. Do you want some fish and some chicken? Okay. So she's going to have turkey, fish, and some her cream of rice and her favorite nut butter. So I'm going to get to cooking, then get to relaxing, then get to smoking a little bit of ganja. And then we got one more meal and Kill Tony. Time to get some chuckles in and some laughs. And so we'll report back from the bedroom, which is also our dinner table half the time. We're kind of weird. We sit at our last.
We're super fucking weird.
Yeah, our last few meals, we just kind of sit in bed and don't make a mess. We eat like adults. We're not children, so we enjoy our food from there, put our feet up and watch some TV. It's funny, we have a beautiful TV in our living room and we never really use it unless we have company over.
The day is too damn short.
Yeah, we want to put our feet up, so We'll catch up with you in a second when we are relaxing and laughing at some very inappropriate jokes. All right. Almost forgot to record our last meal. So that's going to be, I thought I had a Ninja Creamy, but it's actually going to be cod. So Ninja Creamy definitely sounds much better, but I'm going to do 8 ounces of raw cod. So it'd be about 6 ounces cooked, and then just do the rest of the 35 grams of carbs from my rice. So I'll have the rice, and then I'll probably add a little bit of cauliflower or some peppers. These are pretty nice to get at the store. Probably can't see them too well, but these are already fire roasted onions and peppers. Get from the market basket, as my buddy Mark would say. And yeah, so we'll end up doing that. Better have some fucking rice. Yeah, I probably don't have enough. Damn it. Well, I only need 35 carbs, so we'll find out what happened here. There's my face. Yeah, can't miss this handsome face. Anyway, so that'll be our last meal. And yeah, that's about it. We're just finishing watching some Kill Tony. I'm gonna relax and hang out for the rest of the night. So pretty boring video from you guys, but this is kind of how prep goes. It's just kind of a same thing every day. Keep getting leaner, working towards physique that you can present on stage. So that just that's a matter of consistency. So it's kind of boring, you know, same shit all the time. Just different day is all. So I'm going to get this meal prepped up, then relax for another half hour, and then hit the hay and go to bed and start over and do it all over again tomorrow. So, but nonetheless, I appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you on the next one. So we'll bring you a little bit deeper into the prep later on with another episode and go from there. So hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And yeah, like and subscribe, and catch you next time. Grip it and rip it. Be good, people.